For officials for this match. First referee, international referee, Josie Del Rosario. Second referee, international referee candidate, Giovanni Vargas. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Cignal HD Spikers. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 3, Rachel Ann Dakis. At number 1, Gladine Troncoso. Wearing jersey number 2, Rosalind Doria. At number 7, Frances Sinia Molina. Number 18, Marivic Velaine Meneses. And number 22, Maria Angelica Cayuna. Starting libero is number 14, Angelique Dionela. Head coach, Mr. Cesael Shaq de los Santos. Presenting our Petro Gazz Angels. At number 1, Maria Lourdes Clemente. Wearing jersey number 2, Janelle Welch Cheng. Number 5, Gretchel Soltones. Number 8, Aiza Pontillas. Number 9, Mary Remy Joy Palma. And number 20, Jonah Sabete. Starting libero is number 18, Cien Mary Ariel Cruz. Head coach, Mr. Oliver Alan Almadro. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board.
Welcome back to the Field Sports Arena, and we are getting ready for our first match today. Looking at the starting lineup for the Cignal HD Spikers. These are the girls that have been starting for Cignal so far, no? So this is no surprise here, and we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the other team as well. And as we mentioned, my partner here, Ayel, is just like me, excited to see this rivalry. These two teams, of course, as we look at the starting lineup for Petro Gazz, since the final series of the previous conference, di pa nagkikita. Ngayon pa lang sila magkikita, Ayel.
Exactly, and the rivalry actually started in the Open Conference of last year with their classic 3-game series. Cignal took the first match of the best of 3 series, and then Petro Gazz came back in a dramatic fashion to take the next 2 games and enter the finals. And again, they saw each other, met each other in the finals of the Reinforced Conference. So a lot of rivalry here in today's game.
Of course, pag sinabi natin rivalry, it's on-court rivalry, as we saw that feature. If you were able to catch the pre-game, maganda rin yung fini-feature natin yung mga friendships that happen, not only within the teams, but I'm sure kayo magkakaibigan din naman kayo mga player dito. It's one big community.
Exactly, a lot of relationships develop within the community as well. But when you're inside the court,
wala! Galit-galit muna as we see Cignal here scoring first in our game today. Jel Pineda getting ready to serve now. Jel taking the role of setter. She's been doing okay so far. She is, well, she's still wanting to climb up in the rankings among the setters here. Number 5 so far in the conference. And the chance here now for the Angels to set up. Sabete, that's a point for the Angels.
a long rally for both teams. Great defense so far, but again, now Cheng being steady in the setter position. Great set for Sabeti there.
And you know, it's something to get past Rachel Dakis. We highlighted earlier, Ayal, how well she's been doing in the back row also, and how her floor coverage has also been very, very noteworthy.
Again, Dakis started slow this conference, but she's finding her groove back. Her offense and defense will be really important in today's game.
Look at the blocking happening here on the side of Cignal, and as we said, this is something to be expected. We're looking at the number 1 and 2 blocking teams in the league so far, Petro Gazz and Cignal.
Great timing by Troncoso in that sequence.
Cesc Molina, number 7 scorer so far in the league. And that is fast. Block. Siyempre, yung aasahan mo talaga na si Maiso Pontillas will be challenged at every turn, IL.
And we talked about it earlier. She can be the scoring machine that the Petro Gazz Angels need this conference, especially with the loss of Myla Pablo in their lineup.
Oh, the blocking just on both sides. But there is a violation. Double contact on the side of Cignal, and that's another point here for Petro Gazz.
Sabete read that combination play very well.
Siyempre, sinasabi nga natin magandang linalaro ni Pontillas, but you have inside information. Cignal is big on scouting the teams and studying their games, no? Before they get on the court. You're gonna tell me more about that, but let's listen to Ray Tixon first.
Chiki, you mentioned Cignal, and Cignal is a team that's known for having slow starts but explosive endings that usually takes them to the next level. While it usually ends up in their favor, Coach Shaq mentioned that this should not be the case. He told me earlier that their 2 losses at the start of the conference served as a wake-up call, telling them that their mindset needs to be in check early in the season. In their match today, he told me they need to lean into their strengths, which is their service, and focus on developing their receives as they are last in the league. Let's see if they've done enough to address this in the opening set, Chiki and Ayel.
Thanks so much, and that despite the showing of Rachel Andakis nga. We said she's doing well, but then it takes an entire team really to produce and to show good floor coverage. But before we listen to Brain, as we take a look at the action here, how much scouting or how much the Cignal watch tapes and study their opponent before coming onto the court?
I believe both teams really came in prepared today. A lot of studying about their opponent, checking their tendencies, knowing the matchups. But again, Cignal won against Akari last February 14. But Petro Gazz Angels won against Chocomucho last February 9. So more room for them actually to prepare and rest for today's game.
That's right, and we're talking about what the team does. Pero yung mga individual players, I'm sure kayo talagang you do your own studying as well. And that's right, it's all about watching the body language of your opponent and seeing how best to counter their attacks and seeing what their tendencies are. All of these things really contribute to a complete game. And an error there, really Meneses starting off. A little shaky here for Cignal.
Meneses rushing that ball, trying to get across the net.
It's a 2-point lead for Petro Gazz. First set here. Jonas Abate with a serve here. That's a good reception by Rachel Andakis, and that leads to a point coming from Riri, making up for that error that she committed.
Nessa's just putting that slow tap on the ball, disrupting the timing of Cruz in that sequence.
Chai Troncoso now getting ready to serve here for Cignal. Again, we're looking at the finalists in the most recent conference, the reinforced conference. It's these 2 teams fighting it out, but we are looking at All-Filipino, and look at this great effort by the Angels. Dakis puts it away down the line.
Oh, Cignal definitely playing faster volleyball this time. A great first ball from Janela and faster set from Cayuna. A great timing and form also for Dakis for that down-the-line attack.
Must feel good for her kasi naisahan siya nun eh. Game started with her just missing out on that down the line coming from Petro Gazz. Soltones will go up, pushes the ball over. Cayuna, a quick one to Riri Meneses. Nabantayan ni Clemente. Dakis timing it, and she goes for the dink this time, just showing her smarts.
Dakis varying her attacks. Went for the down-the-line attack earlier, but now just tipping the ball behind the blockers. Maiso Pontillas wasn't able to react well on that attack.
It's really so great to see both Isa and Rachel Andakis on either side of the court, as if it were the UAAP days when they were the stars of FEU and USD, and creating a lot of excitement on the court.
And now both actually leading leading their teams. A lot of maturity and experience is expected from both players, Dakis and Maiso Puntillas in today's game.
Yeah, Des Clemente getting ready to serve, and this is what we expected, IL. It's now 7-all, and we have these two teams both wanting a second straight win, both having come off wins. Dakis is getting a lot of touches here. Let's see who Cayuna goes to. Tries to sneak that one past Petro Gazz. From behind the attack line, that was Molina hitting it off the block. And Cignal will get point number 8 first. And we are at a technical timeout. We'll be back. Back at the Phil Sports Arena, let's quickly take a look at this PVL watch. This matchup between Riri Meneses and Rem Palma.
So far, Meneses with 11 attacks and Palma with 8. Both middle blockers, very aggressive in terms of blocking, and both actually a threat in the middle in terms of offense. No, their team will actually rely on them a lot in blocking in today's game, and the matchup it's not just on the technical side, it's also the intensity of both players that will give some positive effect for their team in today's game.
And a lot of tiki-tack volleyball here. Soltones now is stopped there by Jack Jonella. Oh, great up there by Jonas Abete. Soltones is blocked. Play keeps going. Pontillas coming from behind. We have a rally. Meneses playing basketball. And great back and forth we're seeing. Oh, and finally, and just how fitting that we highlight Rem Palma, who put an end to that long rally, the longest we've seen so far today.
Credit that defense of Maiso Puntillas. Meneses was too early in that block, giving Remy Palma no blockers at all to score that point.
You know, you really need the focus that they showed both sides, no? Kasi grabe yung balikan ng bola. And ang daling bumitaw, but neither team really gave in and were really just after the ball. That was such a delight for all of us volleyball fans to watch exchanges like this, and I'm sure we're going to have more.
No, we can really see and feel both teams being aggressive in today's game. No, a lot of effort coming from everyone in their teams in terms of defense.
And here's the other girl that we highlighted also, si Riri Meneses. We know she's an exciting player, and we are seeing how she will match up against Remy Palma today. Maiso Pontillas timed that one, not to her liking. Cayuna, perfect timing there on the block. And Cignal takes a 2-point lead here as Riri Meneses continues to serve. She's at the top there, number 2 best server so far in the league. Riri with, so far, 5 aces. Oh, that one sails out.
Now, unlikely error after you've mentioned that he's one of the top servers in the league so far.
Alam mo na yung tawag doon. Wala pong earpiece si Riri. Hindi naman niya narinig. Ganun talaga pag binabate. Gets Soltones now with a serve. Oh, that was a nice one. Good pickup though by Cess, and that one is a point. That was a great way to earn one.
Del Cayuna, one of the offensive setters in this league. Timing the drop ball well. Chen Cruz wasn't prepared for that.
And just right at the line, just barely kissing it. Perfect placement by this girl, Jel Cayuna. And that one sails outside. Sayang.
No, but again, Cignal would want to build the momentum, but it's their service errors that is actually giving them the difficult time to do so.
So far, we've counted 2 in the just last couple of exchanges alone. And you're right, they have to take care of these service errors dahil nasasayang na offset yung magagandang mga plays nila. Magandang mga puntos. Janelle Cheng looking for Pontillas. Jack Janela was there. Cés Molina, nakabantay talaga si Best Clemente.
Oh, but the ball was already too tight on the net, giving Clemente the advantage.
And she knew what to do. She was on the ball and really guarding her post. Petro Gazz now with the ball back, and we're at 11-all. Short serve there. Molina coming from the right side. That's called out by the lines judge.
No, Molina actually had the right intention to go down the line, but just too much angle for her in that sequence.
And it looks like we are going to see our first challenge, block touch challenge, issued by Cignal HD Spikers.
So far, both teams starting really strong.
And we also see the crowd slowly building up here at the Phil Sports Arena as we await the main game. Also another rivalry to speak of. We're also going to be enjoying a showdown between Creamline and F2 later on tonight. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ayel, so far this is turning out to be exactly what you thought it might be, a very closely contested game. Let's take a look at that. You know, we saw some movement at the fingertips. Ah.
No, great call for the Cignal HD Spikers.
And Coach Shaq feeling good about that one. Successful challenge. That's a point for Cignal. And that must feel good for Coach Shaq de los Santos. Really sharp eyes there. Calling the block touch. Pontillas goes up again. Let's see where Cayuna goes this time. Back set from behind the attack line. Clemente was there. And again, it's 12-all. It's been that kind of game.
So another error on the side of the Cignal HD Spikers of that attack error from Cés Molina.
That's a good reception. Doria just sending it over. Janelle Cheng. She is so deceiving. You never know what Janelle Cheng is up to. Troncoso, that one is outside. There, insisting there was a touch. But Petro Gazz will get the point. I think that was cleaner.
So far, the Cignal HD Spikers maximizing the space between the blocker and the antenna, but this time unsuccessful for Troncoso.
And we're seeing the service errors on both sides, Ayel.
No, it's really the errors of both teams, not giving them the opportunity to build the momentum and pull away.
You know, if you're going to have them now while it's early. 13-all. Rose Doria now getting ready to serve here. Best middle blocker in the previous conference, in the reinforced conference.
Both teams just exchanging errors here so far.
That has been the story, and definitely when it comes down the wire, these services and the errors are going to hurt. That one's good. This is a broken play here. And again, it's the blocking that we know Petro Gazz has a lot of.
That was actually a misreceive from Dakis. Now forcing Troncoso to set that ball to her as well. Just two blockers in front of her. No room at all to score that point.
Again, another good serve there by Sabete. Sultanas going up. Blockers challenging that one. Cayuna going to Cés Molina from behind the attack line. And Pontillas this time, and that one looks like it's outside. Sails out a little too much on that one.
Another free point for the Cignal HD Spikers.
Pero talagang walang lumalayo dito, IL.
Even at this point, it's hard to say who will actually win this set.
And you already pointed out the service error is certainly something that both teams have to polish as we get to our second technical timeout. This time with Petro Gazz in the lead by 2. Back at the Phil Sports Arena, Chicky Roapuno with Ayala Estraniera here for your first of their double-header of our PVL Saturday. And we are enjoying a very fast-paced game between Cignal and Petro Gazz. If you're enjoying this kind of volleyball, Ayala.
Faster pace of volleyball this time for both teams. But again, they've been exchanging errors on the service line. So far, Cignal already with 6 service errors. Petro Gazz with 2. Very unlikely for the Cignal HD Spikers because they're actually second in serving.
Yeah.
But also the good serving of the Petro Gazz Angels is giving them a difficult time with their first ball.
That's true because, like you mentioned, both teams are up there in the standings and the rankings on serve. And like we said, you know, shake it off, get rid of those bad serves already while it's early because we don't want to see them. And we don't want to see any more of them actually as the game progresses. Let's see if they're able to work on that and just minimize the errors. So now we're seeing service aces, which is something that's more welcome, that's for sure.
Scoring right away for the Petro Gazz Angels. Their first ace in this match. And again, it's the faulty service reception of the Cignal HD Spikers that is giving them a difficult time to convert.
Just Heather Guinoo there with a nice floater serves. Oh, it's a good play. Perfect execution there. Janelle Cheng to Rem Palma.
Quick tip from Remy Palma, avoiding Ria Meneses. Rather, Rachel Andakis in that sequence.
And we have a quick timeout here called by Cignal HD.
Kapag si Remy nasa harap, pag bumalik yung bola, ginaganon niya lang, binibigsan lang yung check set. Okay? So ready lang tayo doon. Kailangan muna natin ng magandang receive. Tapos atake tayo. Okay? Sige, go, go, go.
As we listen to Coach Shaq, we know that their timeouts are not always tactical. Kung minsan talagang iniisa-isa niya, hinihimay niya yung nangyayari sa court, responding to how the opponents are playing.
Exactly, that was a very specific instruction from Coach Shaq de Los Santos that whenever Remy Palma is in front, she has the tendency to just drop that ball quickly in the middle. So, attack tendencies for the Petro Gazz Angels, and at the same time really asking his players of better service reception.
As we also take a look at some new players coming in now. Basa's on the court, C on the court, and of course we saw Heather Guinoo on the side of Petro Gazz also seeing action. 18-14, this is the biggest lead we've seen so far. Petro Gazz enjoying this one late in this first set. Oh, and another service error. A couple of good ones.
A good timeout by Coach Shaq de Los Santos, breaking the momentum of the Petro Gazz Angels.
And that really is a thing. You know, we talk about that, but it really does sometimes upset the momentum and it ices the server. Janelle Cheng going back to Rem Palma. And Remy Palma will get it through no matter what. So hindi lang niya drinap this time and she managed to still score.
We also know Remy Palma has a lot of variation in terms of attack. But again, it's the first ball of the Petro Gazz Angels that is working well for them. No, they're second actually in receiving.
Oh, wow. Look at that block by Palma on that quick by Riri Meneses. And we are going to keep looking at this face-to-face, this showdown. Ball still good. It's going to be a free one. Petro Gazz will recycle. Pontillas. Football by Riri. And Chin Basas can get that one over.
A great set for Cheng in that sequence. Delaying that set. Only one blocker in front of Maizo Pontillas.
And we have another timeout.
Kailangan all out. Patapos na yung game mo. Patapos na yung first set. Kailangan 1 point at a time. Hindi pwedeng 1 point tapos sila 1 point. Kailangan magbigay ko yung puntos natin, ha? O, sige. Simula maganda, tapos maganda play, ha? Kailangan ko pa kami.
You know, earlier, Ayel, you talked about the defense or the lacking defense, let's say, of Cignal. So far, they are at the bottom dwellers in the digging and receiving department, and I think that is becoming a factor now.
It's a non-scoring department, but it's very important in terms of rally. The momentum in the defense can have good results for the offense of the team. But so far, it's a 7-2 run.
Let's see now. This is a broken play again. And Isa Maizo Pontillas is blocked this time. Riri Meneses scoring off of the block like she knows how. And that is a good turn of events for Cignal.
That was read well by Ces Molina and Ria Meneses. They know that Isa Maizo Pontillas was going for the cross-court attack. A much-needed point for them.
And if you're Cignal, you really want to activate your blockers because we know that that is where the talent really is.
HD Spikers.
That's a good reception. Palma just off the block there. It's called outside, and there's, as we predicted, there's going to be a challenge coming from the side of Petro Gazz. Let's see if there is indeed a block touch. Of course, a good time to call for a challenge. We are kind of at the late stages of the game, and every team has 2 anyway to burn.
And every point is going to be very important for both teams. And we saw the Petro Gazz Angels actually very convinced that there was a block touch on Roslyn Doria in that sequence.
Let's see what gives. Again, this is another feature of the PVL that the fans have come to enjoy when they get to second guess or to also try to predict what the call would be. Parang wala. What do you think? It was worth a shot. Like we said, this late in the game, sunugin mo na lang, di ba, Ayel, yung mga challenge.
Especially for the Petro Gazz Angels who actually want to pull away.
They're in the lead anyway, but Cignal is certainly gaining on them. The blocking of Cignal already coming together. Soltones timing it. She skies, goes way up there. Soltones just has so much height. Okay na yung kanyang injury.
So much height and so much power in that attack. Even with 2 blockers in front of her, she just powered through.
You know, si Gretzel just brings so much energy into her team, no? Her side. Talagang ramdam na ramdam pag nandyan siya. Oh, that's a great dig there by Soltones again. And that results in a put away for Isa Maizo Pontillas.
And we know Isa Maizo Pontillas is deadly on the opposite side. But credit that point to the defense of Soltones and that back set from Cheng. The right placement for Maizo Pontillas.
Like you said, she really is deadly at the opposite, not just her talent, but the fact that she's a lefty. It's like natural for her to be an opposite player. And Janelle Cheng knows that. Looks for her every time she's on the right side.
They have established a very good connection in terms of offense.
Troncoso and Cayuna back on the court here. Cayuna will take the serve. 4-point lead for Petro Gazz. Sabete will go up. She slows that one. Good read by Ces Molina. And Troncoso, that is off the block. And Cignal will get the ball back at the point. Sabete knew na medyo sumapit siya doon.
And Troncoso intentionally using the hands of Sabete.
And now a timeout by Coach O.
You know, alam mo gagawin niya yun eh. So, expect na natin yun. Okay, now, again. One good receive. Nang nandito ka, di ba? Nandito ka atas dito. Now, I want reverse. Okay, pero kailangan rumisip na maayos. Now, go to the game plan. I don't care kung ano mangyari. Kasi doon tayo. Now, pag may pagkakataon tayo, you ask for it. Needle, yeah, we have to activate it. You have to ask for it. And then you will swing. Naintindihan? Girls, I want it over, ha? Malaki na sa harap.
Ito yung problema natin.
You listen to Coach O, Ayel, and it's as if they are not in the lead. Parang talaga nararamdaman na niya yung 4-2 run ng Cignal. Yes.
It's very clear that there's a sense of urgency coming from him. Very specific instructions for the middles and the setters.
And there's great dig there by Jack Janela. The eyes of Ice Cortelius tries to get on the line. Woody will do it, and Cignal again scoring. That's 5 straight points for the HD Spikers.
Great decision by Troncoso to just tip that ball. Maizo Pontillas was there, but no one was there for the second touch.
Now just a 2-point deficit for Cignal. Back set to Pontillas again. Ces Molina. Oh, what a great play! Troncoso just finding the hole on the court here, the front area of Petro Gazz.
Troncoso on the roll so far.
It's really great thinking by Chad Troncoso there. Just spotting the vulnerable areas on the side of Petro Gazz. Diamson now coming in strong. This is the first chance to score, and she does.
Tiamson delivering right away, but again, the blockers of Cignal was confused with the set of Cheng. Only one blocker in front of Tiamson. Perfect time for her to go for that cross-court attack.
And it's just 2 points that Petro Gazz needs. Cignal trailing only by 2 as well. Let's see if Petro Gazz can finish this up. They squandered a 5-point lead earlier. Petro Gazz will set up. Alma will play setter, looking for Pontillas. Janela nakabantay doon. And this is going to be a free ball. Another chance here. Janela looking for Clemente. What a dig by Janela. One more chance. Quick one. And this time off the blockers. What an effort. Credit really Janelle Cheng for just really knowing who to get the ball to.
No, exactly. Janelle Cheng going to different attackers, really giving the blockers of the Cignal HD Spikers a difficult time to read their offense.
Yep. Really keep them guessing. Never know what she's up to. And now it's set point for Petro Gazz. That's a good serve. Great reception by Janela. And that's off the block. Cignal still alive. It's still set point for Petro. And we know that the services have been the Achilles heel for Cignal, so they have to make sure to first get a good service in.
Both teams with complete front row.
Oh, that's a good one. Good dig there, off the block from Soso. And really taking advantage of the discrepancy in height. She was the bigger one.
Troncoso has been the spark that the Cignal HD Spikers need in this first set. Has been going to the hands of the blockers, been successful in all her attempts so far.
Tatawaranap lang ng kamay. Now. We have our advantage. Nang nandito ka pa, kumuha ka ng tao dito, Des. Kuwad. Pero makikita ninyo ha, makikita mo, Ate Cheng, magsasag kagad siya dito, magsasag. Okay? So sabihin mo kung ready ka, iabot sa'yo. Pero coveran natin yung dalawang wings, ha? Okay, so, pass mo ha?
And I think the sense of urgency just went up 2 notches from kanina, no? Kasi ngayon talagang they're in trouble. I mean, it is still set point, but really, they had such a comfortable lead earlier. Ayel.
And we know Cignal HD Spikers is a team who can snatch away a set away from their opponent.
Absolutely. They are a classic come-from-behind team. Tiamson tries to end it. And Doria is dug there. Pontillas, great defense coming from both ends. Dakis looking for Cruz, couldn't help it. And Gretzel Sotones tried, but didn't make it to the ball in time. And Cignal just averts that set point and stays alive.
Oh, what a time for Dakis to score that point. Too much power for Cruz to contain that attack.
And really the composure of Cignal, Ayel. Really talagang walang kaba, no? Ang haba ng tinahak nila, ang haba ng hinabol nila. But there's that service ace again. That really might be, it might do them in.
And Ces Molina knew that it could cost them the entire set. Very crucial for her to commit that error.
Meantime, here's a chance for Petro Gazz to claim this win that was practically already theirs. Let's see if they can get it this time. Back set, Ayuna. Tiamson goes up. It's a good block by Troncoso. Another chance for Tiamson. And she goes again. Doria. Nakabantay talaga. It's the blocking of Cignal.
With the scrambling defense of the Petro Gazz Angels, they just knew that the ball was going to Tiamson. 2 blockers in front of Tiamson. No coverage at all on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels.
Cignal still alive. Now we're at 25 all, and this is only the first set. Such an exciting matchup between these 2 finalists from the reinforced conference. Sabete going over the 2-man block, which is what you need to do if you're going up against Cignal.
But Sabete attacking above the blockers, confusing the defense of Doria for that cross-court attack.
Just what a smart play there by Jonna Sabete. And she is now at the serve. There's a chance to get the W on this first set. What a hard-fought set this is. And Rachel Dakis just refuses to give up.
But Dakis also on fire.
Walang bumibigay, Ayel.
She's been going for the down-the-line attack since the start of the set.
She's got the hot hands, definitely. And just both teams looking good on the court. It's just the service errors that they have to guard against. Let's see if Jai Troncoso can put in a good one here. And that's a good reception. Soltones going up again, and she goes across court. That cut shot, perfectly executed by Gretzel.
So far, it's the cross-court attack of the Petro Gazz Angels that is giving the Cignal HD Spikers a difficult time to defend.
And again, a desperate challenge here. A ball-in, ball-out challenge. You have one more to give, why not? Hindi ka talaga nagkamali, Ayel. Sabi mo, magiging bakbakan talaga itong matchup na ito today. And that's what we are seeing, to the delight of our PVL fans, of course. And thank you for joining us here at the Phil Sports. We have 2 exciting matches today. Coming up, we have F2 going up against Creamline. But before that, just these 2 teams have been at it. This is only the first set, and that is very much inside.
Very clear that the ball was inside. Janela actually was not on the right defense pattern to guard that cross-court attack from Soltones.
And now again, a chance for Petro Gazz to take this first set. This is a third set chance at set point. Oh, and Cayuna! She tried. I think it was a good idea, just the execution. But that
Very
would have
smart
worked.
idea for Cayuna, actually. No blockers jumped with her in the sequence, but it was called outside by the line judge.
Let's see this one, last challenge. Last challenge for Cignal to give. And to be honest, from our vantage point, we really couldn't see. But from the way they were rejoicing that point, mukhang out talaga. Tignan natin. Ibang klase itong first set na to. Oh! Labas! Konting adjustment, konting tweaking na lang. Diyan Cayuna could have gotten that highlight point. But it is a win for Petro Gazz finally in this first set. Great set that was, and really both sides showing their all, and we expect more of this kind of action here at the Phil Sports. 28-26. The score will be back for set number 2 before breaking down, of course, this set. Stay right there. That's the story so far, 28-26, a very hotly contested first set. Petro Gazz emerging victorious on that one. So much action there, and we'll take a look at the highlights, we'll take a look at the stats, we'll take a look at what went on in that first set.
No, what a first set for both teams. We've seen a lot of effort in both offense and defense for both teams. But again, it was the service errors of the Cignal HD Spikers that actually cost them the entire set. But again, just great effort by both teams to rally in that first set.
Of course, we highlighted the matchup between Rachel Andakis and Isa Maiso Pontillas, the two legendary players on the court, and we saw a lot of action from these two in the first set.
We also saw Troncoso, Soltones, and even Tiamson, the spark plugs for the Petro Gazz Angels towards the end of the set. In terms of statistics, we can see that actually Cignal HD Spikers has more attacks compared to the Petro Gazz Angels. Both teams, again, doing well in blocking with 4 for Cignal, 3 for the Petro Gazz Angels. But again, what we've talked about earlier, it's the errors of the Cignal HD Spikers that cost them that first set.
And so it's a little adjustment, a lot more tweaking that Cignal has to do. But like we said, it was the play on the court. I mean, it was just, it was fiery. It was evenly matched. Talagang tit for tat, balikan lang sila. But what did you see? Did you see an edge in the way that maybe either team activated their middles, which we know are the strengths for both Cignal and Petro Gazz?
So I think more than the attacking side, more than the spiking side, it was really the strong service of the Petro Gazz Angels that gave the Cignal HD Spikers a difficult time to convert. A lot of faulty first balls coming from the HD Spikers in the first set. So credit to the strong service of the Petro Gazz Angels.
And you also want to call out Janelle Cheng and her ability to really keep the Cignal blockers guessing. Pag ganyan kagaling yung blockers mo, talagang hindi mo pwedeng bigyan ng mga predictable na mga palo, and that's exactly what Cignal is made to do. Just really guess at what Janelle Cheng has up her sleeve.
Exactly. Cheng has been the steady and very composed setter of the Petro Gazz Angels. Her role was very instrumental in their finals win against the Cignal HD Spikers in the Reinforced Conference. So more than this game in the preliminaries for this All-Filipino Conference, it's also a comeback game for the Cignal HD Spikers.
You know, it's exciting, like we have been mentioning since the start of the coverage. These are the two teams that were took center stage in the last conference. So they're riding high from that great performance from the reinforced conference that we saw. Pero iba rin ang excitement ng All-Filipino. You talk to a lot of fans, and many prefer, talaga nagugustuhan nila pagka All-Filipino ang naglalaro.
But
Right.
again, in terms of, matches, both teams played 8 matches last year in 3 conferences, 6 wins for the Petro Gazz Angels and only 2 for the HD Spikers.
So there's so much at stake here. Cignal, just aside from increasing or getting another win streak here, it's really to prove themselves against Petro Gazz.
To get that confidence back every time they play against the Petro Gazz Angels.
And that first point going to the side of the Angels. As Janelle Cheng serves here. Doria. Palma is stopped there. Molina. Daki's just over. And this is going to be a chance for Petro Gazz to set up again. A quick. And Palma nabasa doon. Good rally here. Both blockers working hard. And that was just not the best way to end that rally. But it happens.
Kayuna and Doria actually jumping at the same time.
Si Doria just tried to keep the ball in play, but that one sailed out. Nakuha nga sa medyo nagkasabay sila ng talon. Molina just thinks the ball over. Cheng, quick again to Rem Palma. Nabasa ni Jonella. Dakis off the block. And that one already hits the antenna. Isa Pontillas will keep that one in play, and that's a point for Cignal.
Great coverage actually from Maiso Pontillas, but it already hit the antenna.
Looking back at the first set, we saw 12 deadlocks and 3 lead changes. Talagang balikan. That was almost 40 minutes to settle the score between these two teams in that first set. Back set. Chimbasas there. Down the line, getting the better of Cruz, the libero. Rain Nixon has a report for us. Hey, Rain.
While the narrative surrounding Petro Gazz was the exit of Myla Pablo, assistant coach Mona Bagatsing told me that this concern is long gone. She told me that the Angels have more than enough talent in the open spiker position, and the focus right now is just proving themselves and building their confidence. Petro Gazz's coaching staff wants their open spikers to believe in their ability to contribute and really own the position. The Angels have been using a 3-man rotation in the left wing with Soltones, Sabete, and Yamzon. Let's see if set 2 will be as close as the opening set. Chiki Hayam.
Thanks so much, Rain. As I'm sure you all were enjoying the unusual return there. Nakita mo yun? Nakita nyo rin yun, I'm sure, if you're watching at home. Yung receive ni Aiza Maiso Pontillas, talagang sinipa lang yung bola, pasok na pasok naman.
And actually, the Cignal HD Spikers didn't maximize the chance ball.
And action continues here. Cignal, broken play again. Dakis will time it. Right up there by Cruz. That was called outside, and that was worth the effort talaga. 3-all. One more time for all of us to appreciate. Let's sign her up for football sa off-season.
No,
Pwede si Aiza.
veteran moves for Aiza Maiso Pontillas.
There's Molina this time. And again, these exchanges, they don't stop, except Jonas Abete finding the donut hole there on the side of Cignal.
No, they've been trying to target the donut hole of the HD Spikers, but this time successful for that quick tip from Sabete.
Remy Palma getting ready to serve, and she has really established a great connection with Janelle Cheng, like you mentioned, Ayel, no? Parang automatic eh. And it's still the service errors, still hounding both teams.
No, but you notice the Petro Gazz Angels targeting Daki so far in this game.
It's 4-all, Rostoria. Best middle blocker at the reinforced conference, and an ace. Doria. Good one. Much needed.
Now, Cignal HD Spikers is also starting to serve strong, challenging the first ball of the Petro Gazz Angels.
Meneses there with a good block. And Molina.
Molina knew that Maiso Pontillas was going for that down-the-line attack, but she wasn't able to press her hand so well. Another smart move for the veteran Maiso Pontillas.
That one's a good serve. Good reception too by Dakis. Nice up by Gretzel. Good defense from both courts. Molina going up. Ooh. That was a steamy one. Cross court much for even service special, the defense specialists of Petro Gazz.
Molina with a great form and approach for that cross-court attack. Only one blocker in front of her.
Great coverage. Molina again. And look at Janelle Cheng. Also showing the wearers as they block. I mean, you know that it's not so much the height, but Janelle Cheng's timing is just, really, really impeccable.
Exactly. Timing is everything in blocking. More than the height, it's how you establish yourself and you time your jump.
Del Cayuna, quick one to Riri. That works out. That's probably something that we want to see more often. We also know that there is that connection between Jel and Riri Meneses.
And Meneses slowing down her attack in that sequence, confusing both blockers actually.
Riri Meneses a little quiet in the first set, so let's see if she can get more touches here. We know that she can contribute. That one is side again. This is a service errors. Petro Gazz getting that free point. Tying things up again. It's been this kind of tit for tat. 7-all, the second set. First set won by Petro Gazz, 28-26. For those of you just joining us now, Daki is too much. Isa Pontillas didn't even try for that one. And Cignal will get the 8 points first, and we are at our technical timeout. Stay right there. Still here at the Phil Sports Arena. This is Chiki Puno with Ayala Estraniero, Ray Dixon, your all-girl panel today. And Phil Sports just filling up as we enjoy the action between these two teams in our first game, second game. F2 going up against Creamline, but let's just take a look at what's happening here at the court. Medyo, ganun pa rin, pantay pa rin ang laban, Ayal, but are you seeing more of, guess Jel Cayuna being a little more daring and trying a little more things on the side of Cignal this time?
No, so far, Cayuna playing faster volleyball, but so far both teams doing well in offense. And again, it's just the service errors of both teams. Not just service errors, but errors in general that is giving them, again, a difficult time to build that momentum.
You know, you talk about errors, 12 points plaguing Cignal in that first set. The 12 errors on their side that they want to clean up for this second set. And that one is called outside. Again, medyo lumobo yung bola ni Rose Doria doon.
That was too high for Roselyn Doria. Also, no risk action for her in that sequence.
And we have a substitution here. Kasugod coming in first time. Tol Kasugod here. Janelle Cheng looking to see who will she target for her serve. And Kasugod with a running attack is stopped by Palma there. Gets Soltones. Good dig by Jack Janela. Dakis. Oh, what a save there by Jonas Abete. Soltones again. What a rally here. Molina. I think that's Soltones there, or Jonas Abete rather. Montillas. This is long. Cheng. Rami Palma. Gandang bantay ni Kasugod. That's a good idea by Gretzel to just take the ball back. And look at this exchange. Tabete just so efficient at the back here. Free ball. Let's see what Jelka Yuna does. Daki's going up. Great defense on both sides. And finally, what a hard-fought point there. Gretzel Soltones versus victorious on that one. Just really consistency.
A hard-earned point. Soltones going to the same target in a cross-court attacks. The Cignal HD Spikers actually tried a couple of combinations but was unsuccessful with the really good defense of the Petro Gazz Angels. And again, Cheng just really trusting her wing Spikers in today's game.
And funny you mentioned that, Ayel, because we haven't been seeing too many combination attacks from either side, and knowing how both teams are so good at blocking, Jelka Yuna will probably have to really be a little more creative. He's going to go up against the blocking of Remy Palma and Isa Portillas. And really those combination attacks is probably what is called for at this point. We have a timeout.
Sige. One stop muna. One stop ha.
Rachel Andakis reminding her teammates to stick to the game plan and try to control the game in whatever pace that they can and not let the Petro Gazz Angels lead the game for them.
All right, I'm going to ask you, Ayel, to take a stab at just what this game plan is on the side of Cignal.
No, I think earlier Rain said that they worked a lot on their service reception. Very important for them because they're actually 9th in that department, and as well as their serving. But so far they've been struggling in both ends.
As you take a look at the great defense shown by Cignal here so far, as you talk about that, Isa Portillas again.
No, Portillas avoiding the block that time, but just too much angle for her.
But she is getting a lot of touches here. You see talaga yung tiwala ni Janelle Chenke, Isa Portillas. But that time, just a little overcooked there. And this is a good break for Cignal. They haven't led yet in this second set. Cheng still looking for Isa. Nice pancake by General there. Oh, a quick one by Cheng. Another pancake by Kayuna. Great defense. Excellent floor defense by Cignal. Soltones running for that ball. She just made through with that set, but still found zone 6 in.
No, Soltones has been targeting zone 6. It has been the hole in the defense of the Cignal HD Spikers. That zone between the libero and the outside spiker.
Kitang-kita mo yung coverage nila up front, no? Parang sa harap, talagang bantay na bantay nila. We saw a lot of great saves, pero naiwan nga, nabutas dun sa likod.
And the HD Spikers should start to adjust their defense.
That's a good one there by Jonella. Oh, another good one by Jack Jonella, the libero, just doing wonders. And also on the side of Petro Gazz, it's been a great showdown of floor defense for both sides. Rem Palma, doon tayo ni Basas. It's hard to do. Basas really on to Remy Palma, who was attempting the running attack.
No, Basas towering Palma and that slide attack. She just knew Palma was going cross-court.
Great read there by Chin Basas. And Cignal still looking to lead. They're down by 2. They also gave up that first set, but not with a good fight. And Ribama makes up for that blundered slide. Scoring easily for Petro Gazz here. 13-10 now. The score as Doria makes her way back in. Let's take a look at that one more time. And really the fast pace you're talking about. Sa tingin mo ba, Ayel, the fast pace is benefiting which team more?
Actually, both teams just playing so well in terms of defense and offense. But again, now the advantage really is in the Petro Gazz Angels side. They've been converting more points out of rallies.
Angelica Yuna now trying different plays, trying to go to different offensive players to keep the blockers of Petro Gazz guessing. And again, a rally brewing here. Oh, Molina. She's really trying to cover her own block, but doing it. We appreciate the effort of Cignal to keep the ball alive.
But Isa Maiso Puntillas, as a veteran, just knows how to use the hands of her blockers. She's been successful in that so far.
Huwag niyong pabigatin yung sitwasyon kasi ang tinitingnan natin yung nagagawa nila. Ngayon, paano natin siya isi-solve? Pagka may set na, ino-over lang ganun, huwag agad kayo umalis sa pwesto nyo. Pag nakita nyo yung bola, galawan natin. Okay? O ngayon, pasa muna ulit. Yan, gawa ka ulit ng combination play, ha? Sige, sagayin nyo lang, para lang naman. Ha? 1 point at a time, ha? 1 point at a time, ha?
Coach Jack de los Santos reminding her players to react better in defense, asking Angelica Yuna also to make more combination plays. But before they can do that, they really have to do well with their defense and service reception.
Parang napansin ni Coach Shaq na maraming mga missed opportunities to create plays for Cignal, no? And I think that these opportunities they really cannot squander, especially naghahabol sila ngayon. Oh, what a serve, but great reception there by Dakis Molina. And there you go, exactly as they were told, no? Talaga namang nakinig ang Cignal, and just that quick play, just a perfect bump set spike sequence.
Great down the line attack by Molina.
And you talk about the fast pace, I think it actually does benefit Cignal because if they do things more quickly, no? Medyo mas mahirapan yung blockers.
No, but so far, Petro Gazz Angels playing faster volleyball compared to the Cignal.
Yeah.
Like, Cignal HD Spikers is already fast, but the Petro Gazz Angels is playing faster.
And also, I guess, yun na nga, because we're looking at teams with really strong blocking, so that's what you need to do. And we saw MJ Phillips. Oh, she is finally on the court. You know, we were going to talk about how she has been sidelined by a shoulder injury, and we're wondering if she was actually going to see action today. And finally, Coach O decides to bring her in.
This is actually the first time that MJ Phillips will play in this All-Filipino conference.
And she is the other best middle blocker from the previous conference, so we know what this girl can do. Molina again going up. 2 blockers. Nakabantay doon para sa Angels. Basas. Good defense. Molina going up again off the block. And see Hervasio also we see on the court here.
With Molina in the front row of the Cignal HD Spikers, they can really expect to score more points, especially that she's the leading scorer of the HD Spikers.
7th best scorer in the league so far. A steady Chin Basas with a serve. Chisaet managed to save that one. And it's outside. And as predicted, I don't know if they're going to call for the gap touch challenge. Doesn't look like it. (16-12). Petro Gazz with a 4-point lead. Will be back after this timeout. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. 16-12, Petro Gazz still with a 4-point lead. And we have Kyla Sanchez, a Phil-Canadian swimmer, enjoying the action here. Barbara Simanoga, a chick swimmer, with her. And we have athletes, fangirling over athletes. Ayan. And we are happy to have you here at the Phil Sports. And of course, all of you watching at home and enjoying this action. Petro Gazz still with the lead, but Cignal not too far behind. 13-16 the score. Cignal already gave up that first set. 28-26 was how that one ended. So Torres again just going over the two-man block. We've seen her do that, Ayel. She knows how to really deal with, and she knows what to do against the blockers of Cignal.
Also, Torres just having full control over that ball, maximizing that hole behind the blockers of the HD Spikers.
Yan talaga nagagawa na hang time, ano? Ang taas kasi tumala ni Gretzel. Joust there, won by, it seems, Jel Cayuna. Oh, that point goes to Petro Gazz, and already a 5-point lead. And if you're Petro Gazz, you're missing the service of this girl, MJ Phillips, and you're glad she's back on the court. Back set, Cayuna looking for Riri Meneses. A botched play. That's just too easy.
And the front row of the Petro Gazz Angels, very aggressive on the net so far. Not giving any opportunity for the HD Spikers to score a point.
No, not that easy. Pag bibigyan mo ako ng regalong ganyan, hindi ko sasayangin, sabi ni Gretzel. And again, you know, it's really nice to see her back on the court. I'm talking about Gretzel Sultanes, who suffered an injury and was sidelined mostly throughout the past year, no? Hindi talaga siya masyado nakapaglaro. And now she is back in full form. And we're happy to see that. And I'm sure all of you Petro Gazz fans are too. 6-point lead now for Petro Gazz.
Giselle C. and Troncoso in right now for the Cignal HD Spikers.
And we're seeing a little bit of a... Are they questioning the rotation here? There's a little bit of a... Okay, we're back in play. It's a little too high, that reception by Dakis, and lucky for Cignal, ends up a point for them anyway. Looks like we have a challenge being issued by Petro Gazz.
The Petro Gazz Angels is trying to say that the attack from Meneses did not cross the net.
And we are going to eavesdrop on this conversation. Referee Jocelyn Del Rosario having a word with team captain Chisaet there and issuing a yellow card. Just a warning for Saet. And I think her decision will stand. No challenges. And Coach Oliver is being asked to apologizing. I think he's being told to go back to where he belongs. Now, you know, it's the crowd here, IL, is getting into it a little bit. Just first referee Jocelyn Del Rosario is making sure that her that she is seen as the authority here.
Challenge is denied, and there's a misconduct warning on the team captain of the Angels, number 17, Chi Saad.
And there you heard
number 18, Ria Meneses.
Mac Napuela, our court announcer there, just clearing things up for all of you. That one ended fast.
A clean hit for her Vaso. A great way for her to contribute for the Petro Gazz Angels. maximizing that gap between Doria and Dakis.
And that's really good to see for Zihar Vasho, who came in late in the second set. Of course, she is a new face for Petro Gazz here, formerly from F2. And we're seeing that she is gelling well, obviously, with her new team. And she's able to contribute right away. And that one, too much. Doria there. We like the idea.
Doria so far struggling in terms of attacks, committing a couple of attack errors already.
31-14. Service. Check.
Giselle C is now the setter here for Cignal. Giving it to Dakis. Gracia Sultan has tried to keep the ball in play, but Dakis, again, as we said, she has the hot hands. She has been the go-to player.
A much-needed point for the HD Spikers. The Petro Gazz Angels wasn't able to react good in that attack.
Yeah, Kayuna back on the court. She is getting ready to serve here. This is a sizable lead for Petro Gazz. 6 points already. Or 6-point advantage already for Petro Gazz. Cheng just chasing down that ball. So Tornes hitting it off the blocks there.
No, a lot of variation for Sultanes in today's game. We saw from her a lot of cross-court attacks. She went down earlier, a top spin behind the blockers, and now using the hands of the blockers in the sequence.
22-15. This is a lopsided second set. Unless Cignal is able to rally here. Oh, good floor coverage there by Molina. And this time by Jonella. Basas will go up, picks the ball. This is a off-system play here. And just unfortunately for Cignal, it still goes the way of Petro Gazz. Sosabete just making do with that one.
And again, the wing attackers of the Petro Gazz Angels working hard for them in today's game.
And really paying off. Look at that, 23-15. As Gretzel Sultanes continues to just contribute from everywhere for the Angels today. And that one worked better, but that's a great up there by the libero. And Basas finally getting a point for Cignal.
Cignal knows that Cheng will go to Maiso Puntillas, especially that we're towards the end of the set. Really going to her high percentage and efficient attacker.
Again, looking for Puntillas there, like you mentioned, Ayel. And this is going to be another chance for Petro Gazz. Broken play there, though. Oh, that one is called outside. And a break there for Cignal. And they are getting their points, but not quickly enough. And we have a timeout called by Petro Gazz.
Okay, yan muna. Ano unang gagawin? Receive first, and then tawag. Tawag kay Remy. Remy, you have to keep on talking, you have to keep on asking. Okay, just keep on asking. Small goals tayo, small goals, one step muna. Pero yun muna, receive. Look girls, guys, sa timeout. Papasok lang muna, taas tayo. Tawag ha, cover ha, let's go.
Coach O still asking better receive and activation for the middle. He's been rallying that. You can see Burn Flora on your screens right now.
Team captain, Dakis. Serving for Cignal.
Cignal still looking to catch up here with Petro Gazz, but we know that Cignal is the catch-up team. Let's see if they can do it in time. 23-17, Molina. This time she finds a vulnerable zone 6 on the side of Petro Gazz and manages to eke out another point. Slow but sure for Cignal.
Now Molina has been the scoring machine for the Cignal HD Spikers in this set. A great position for the HD Spikers now with the complete front row and Molina in front.
Oh, but too much. Maisa Podrillas is goes over the two-man block of Cignal, setting her team up for multiple set points here.
A great setting by Cheng. Now, two blockers actually late to block that ball from Podrillas.
But if you remember the way that first set went, may habol pa ang Cignal. Let's see if Petro Gazz will put it away or if Cignal will keep fighting. Molina is dug by Remy Palma there. Sabaten, that's off the block, and that's a quicker win in this second set from Petro Gazz. 25-18 is how that went down. A lot of adjustment that we are going to see. So Coach Shaq making with her team. If they want to keep alive and keep on playing, it's going to be a must-win third set for them. And we will have the breakdown of this set number 2 for you after the break. A much easier win for Petro Gazz in the second set, 25-18. They lead by 2, and the third set must win for Cignal. Let's break down what just happened here in the second set. First, the highlights. Ayel?
Both teams actually doing well on defense, but again, it was the Petro Gazz Angels who won most of the rallies and converted points for their team. Cignal HD Spikers really struggling with the defense on the zone 6. The Petro Gazz Angels just knowing where to place their offense, really doing well in that department. And again, the Petro Gazz Angels just showing that they were more aggressive in that second set against the Cignal HD Spikers.
Of course, what we didn't see here in the highlights is the way that both teams were able to cover the floor so much better in the first part of this set. And medyo, yun na nga, nagkulang na and medyo nakakahanap na ng butas ang Petro Gazz sa side ng Cignal. But let's take a look at the numbers now.
And with a steady leadership of Cheng for the offense, the Petro Gazz Angels earned 17 points in attacks, only 11 for Cignal. Both teams still doing well in blockings, 2 for both. 1 ace for Cignal, 0 for the Petro Gazz Angels. And both teams minimizing their errors, only 6 for Cignal and 4 for Petro Gazz. So it was really the attacking of the Petro Gazz Angels that was the highlight of the second set.
And certainly a welcome development for both sides. Like you said, minimize the service errors and just the errors in general. So it was a much cleaner second set for both teams, and it was just really the dominance in the attack department for Petro Gazz that got them that easy W in set number 2. As we look at Remy Palma, Jack Jonella had a lot of good saves in that last second set, pero talagang hindi sapat because the Petro Gazz just kept coming. They really just kept coming. They were unrelenting in their attacks, and again, credit Janelle Cheng for knowing who to give the ball to.
And also the decision-making of the attackers in placing that ball, just knowing the holes in the defense of the Cignal HD Spikers. A lot of clean attacks from them in that second set.
So far, Gretzel Soltones with 9 points, 8 on the attack, and you talk about the way they are able to vary their plays, and particularly for Soltones, how she is able to go over the middle blockers, considering she's not the tallest of players, but we know her her jump and her vertical, just the way she can get up there, her hang time. And it's so exciting to really see Gretzel back on the court.
And that's an advantage of the Petro Gazz Angels. You have Soltones and Sabete as your wing attackers. A lot of elevation and hang time for both of them actually, giving them more opportunity to score even with 2 blockers in front of them.
Sabete with 6 points so far today. And of course, we've been talking about Isa Pontillas from the beginning. She has clocked in 8 points for her team so far. Over on the other side, it has been Rachel Andakis with 7 so far. Ces Molina equally with 7 points contributing to her team. And I think it is a matter of getting, again, the middle blockers activated. We want to see and hear more from Meneses, who's only scored 2 so far, 2 points. And Troncoso with 4. So let's see if the middles can contribute more for Cignal in this must-win third set for the HD Spikers. And again, first point goes to Petro Gazz in this third set.
Maiso Pontillas really just knowing where to attack. No one in the side of the HD Spikers actually reacted in that attack coming from Pontillas.
And that one sails outside. And the break here for Cignal. They really need to take advantage of these free points that Petro Gazz is giving them. And we have a Jerry Malabanan coming in for the first time here for the Cignal HD Spikers. Sabete going up. Good stop there by Malabanan. It's going to be a free ball though. Let's see what Janelle Cheng is up to. Back set to Pontillas. She will always look for Isa. Troncoso just timing it, making do with that set. And Sabete again. We see it from where we are. Just really the angle and the trajectory on her hit. Perfect form.
Sabete avoiding the blocks, just powering through even with General in that defense. It was too much for her to contain.
Perfect cut shot there for Jonah Sabete, her 7th point today. Quick, Cayuna. And that was stopped there. But Petro Gazz, and again, that one gets past Jonah Sabete all alone there with that block. Well, too much for her.
Molina using the hands of Sabete. On her way down that block, she didn't have any control of that ball.
We're tied at 2 early in this third set. Must-win set for Cignal. Oh, too quick. And Esclemente. About that fast-paced Cignal and a faster-paced Petro Gazz.
This is what Coach O has been demanding from the Petro Gazz Angels, a better activation from the middles. No, very capable because of their very good first ball so far.
And we see at the sidelines, F2 getting ready for their game coming up. And that one is called outside. And just things not going the way of Cignal.
No, it has been an off game for Doria. Actually, it has been an off game for the connection of Cayuna and Doria.
Only 3 points so far for Doria, and we know her prowess as a middle blocker and the way she can contribute. We have not seen that today, but there's still time for Cignal, and they need to come up with the goods already. Need to win. And as we speak, the roof by Doria, just scoring off of that block. This is what we want to see from Roslyn Doria.
Great timing from Doria, blocking that back row attack of Sabete. No coverage for the Angels in that sequence.
Oh, good serve. Soltones still timing that one. Almost getting away with it too. Molina is dug. Pontillas from behind. Cayuna putting it up. Malabanan from behind the attack line, and it's a check ball, and she scores.
Malabanan contributing to the offense of the HD Spikers.
So we see a lot of players from the bench of Cignal HD getting some play time here.
Coach Chuck De Los Santos trying to look for that good mix to win a set.
And that's off the hands again. That's also Soltones. scoring as easily as she can, and she knows it, enjoying herself here on the court. Rain Pixon has a report for us. Rain?
The open spikers, Dakis and Molina may be the go-to players, especially in this match. But Jel Cayuna makes an effort to get all her spikers going, especially every match. She told me that these decisions are conscious so that the defense does not read and focus on just one player. Jel told me she needs to be creative as the primary playmaker to keep the defense on their feet, sometimes even scoring the points herself. But right now, Coach Shaq urges Cignal to shift their mindset. He told his squad that they must want to win each set, adding kailangan bumalik yung tiwala. Now for the panel, Chicky and Ayel, what do you think must change for Cignal to extend this match?
Well, what we're seeing as you were making your report, Rain, is a lot of good defense coming from the side of Cignal. And we know that for Jel Cayuna to be able to do what she is tasked to do, she has to get those good passes first. And I think things are changing for them. Ayel.
Oh, exactly. It always starts on a good defense and a good first ball. But again, the offense of the Petro Gazz Angels challenging the defense of the HD Spikers, really giving them a difficult time to convert. Now, General was late in reacting with a drop ball attack from Remy Palma.
And you really see the smarts of Remy Palma here. Parang aral na aral niya kung paano ba i-challenge yung middles, yung blocking ng Cignal. We're looking at the top 2 blocking teams in the league. Soltones sends the ball over, and that one looks like it's going to fall inside too. There's a lucky break there for Greta Soltones. As Petro Gazz enjoys now a 2-point lead, we have a challenge. Ball in and out situation, yeah.
Soltones actually was facing cross court, but attacking it down the line. No one there for the Cignal HD Spikers. No, they were really confused.
Yeah.
In the form and the body position of Soltones.
Let's take a look at the challenge here. Oh, that is inside. Talagang manipis. Yeah, we love these challenges, and I'm sure all of you at home are trying to see if you too can get the call or not. So that point remains with Petro Gazz. Oh, from behind the attack line. Palma alone couldn't do it.
So far, the scores of the Cignal HD Spikers coming from their back row attack.
That's something we probably want to see more of, no? Hindi natin masyado nakikita yung option na yon, with Jel Cayuna exploring what she can, looking for her spikers from behind the attack line. Much harder to block when you're coming from there, hindi ba, Ayel?
Exactly. The timing has to be perfect.
Oh, talk about perfect timing. This Isa Portilla, so difficult to stop. As Petro Gazz again gets to 8 points first. Technical timeout, and we will be back after. Welcome back to the Phil Sports Arena. We are reading your tweets. Master Vic Doncic about NBA. So excited for this duel that 10 years in the making. Dakis versus Maisa Pontillas. But I think Nang Isa will win this duel. Her power makes it seem like she doesn't age. Her volleyball IQ is still top tier. And her all-around game make her one of the best.
Mel's perfectly said, battle of the best MBs, Doria and Meneses for Cignal, Palma and Phillips for Petro Gazz. Welcome to Great Wall of Philippine Volleyball.
I love that, talking about the blocking of these two teams. JM, CCS Valdez, and Heather and her serves. Happy to see her finally having her playing time support. Yep, Heather, you know, with a service ace today. And we love hearing from you at home, the Twitterverse, very active here, the PVL. Just keep on sending your messages, and I'm sure your idols appreciate these messages as well. Back to the game here, Petro Gazz with a 3-point lead. And again, a must-win situation here for Cignal. Let's see if they can play catch-up when they need to. Malabanan is dug by Soltones. A quick one, just Remy Palma and Janelle Cheng. Connection there, unstoppable.
The surprise back quick so far of Cheng and Palma, really surprising the defense of the Cignal HD Spikers.
Now a 4-point lead for Petro Gazz. That was a little too high. Palma nakabantay doon. A chance here. Petro Gazz will set up again. Pontilla's too quick, but look at that defense from Cignal. Sabete timing it. Good up by Molina. Cayuna looking for Malabanan. And a broken play. Pontillas. Great play there by Jonella. And we have a rally again. Sabete timing it. Cross court, Jonella just really very efficient. Sabete again. Blocked by Cayuna and Meneses. Meneses will go up, and look at that. Remy Palma. Oh, and they thought that the ball was already dead there, but the play kept going. What a rally.
Another great rally for both teams. Both defense really working well, but again, the conversion goes to the Petro Gazz Angels.
Grabe yung action doon. Definitely calling a timeout is a good idea to allow these girls a breather.
Rachel Andakis.
And you notice the timeout there was one for the players only. Coach Shaq was not even part of the huddle. He had team captain Rachel Andakis just leading the fray there.
Exactly.
What do you make of that?
Rachel Andakis telling her teammates na tulungan tayo because so far, Petro Gazz Angels is playing more like a unit than the Cignal HD Spikers. So a lot of teamwork is needed here from the Cignal HD Spikers.
And you know, these intangibles, these things that you don't notice, just how motivated they are and the leadership role that Rachel Andakis is taking and how important all of that is, even if she's not on the court right now. And that one, again, a quick point there. Remy Palma knowing that she hit really Meneses in the face there, apologizing for that.
And we know the Petro Gazz Angels is also a good blocking team. So the Cignal HD Spikers needs to make sure that they have coverage. But so far, none for them.
And really just a chance to create plays, no? Wala ma sila masyado. And really starts with a good serve. And Cayuna just makes do and manages to score off of that one. But really, I think Jel Cayuna is looking for those good passes so she can create the plays.
Exactly. A confusion there in the defense pattern of the Petro Gazz Angels. Actually, good decision by Cayuna. And so far, Cayuna with 12 excellent sets.
Again, Palma, oh, this time dug there by General. Oh, solid block, but that one is outside Remy Palma. A little frustrated with that one. It was well timed, but oh, we have the challenge being called by Coach O, except that looked like it was pretty much an outside ball. Let's see.
Oh, but the players of the Petro Gazz Angels look confident, asking for the challenge.
Let's see what gives here. Again, the two challenges that you get for every set, you really don't want to waste.
And Sabete trying to sit down, I guess. She's in pain.
Oh, she's been getting a lot of playing time today. Sabete, with 7 points so far, has been getting a lot of chances. And one more time on that. Oh! Mukhang pasok. And that is a good challenge. So we stand corrected here, IL. It certainly looked like it was out, and that was a good decision by Coach Oliver Almado to challenge that call.
Another block point for the Petro Gazz Angels. Now the Cignal HD Spikers really need to work on their coverage.
13-17. I mean 13-7 rather. And Cignal needing to make up 6 points already. A must-win set for the HD Spikers. And again, this is the thought looming over their heads. How difficult it is for them to beat Petro Gazz, and that's something that they want to be able to prove to themselves today.
But the Cignal HD Spikers really need to work on their composure because the Petro Gazz Angels just challenging them in the first ball.
Remy Palma, double digits today, 11 points so far. Oh, wow. And just that approach by Rachel Andakis, earning that point off the block. Let's take a look at that one more time just to see how she goes for the attack there.
Oh, but we see Tiamson really guarding the cross court, but no, just too much power.
Too much power. Oh, that's a perfect reception there. Ball is still alive. Petro Gazz will get a chance, a joust, and we have a call. And an overreaching call, violation against Cignal. That's again, 3-point.
It has been a tough day for the middles of the Cignal HD Spikers. Now, a lot of errors coming off their hands today.
Isa Maiso Pontillas, very consistent, very steady player. 9 points for her so far today. Clemente there is dug by Rachel Andakis, but it's a free ball. Petro Gazz. And look at, you know, we saw that. See, Janelle Cheng actually took the time to look over across the court to see the formation of Cignal, and she knew she was going to get away with that second ball ding. 16-8 is the score, and our second technical timeout. We'll be back. Back at the Phil Sports Arena, things looking up for Petro Gazz. Meantime, Cignal still trying to play catch-up here in this third set. Score is 16-8 with Petro Gazz enjoying the 8-point lead. And before this technical timeout, we saw the magic that Janelle Cheng creates. We're talking about her off the air. And how you say, as a setter, you know how it really is up to the setter to make the attackers look good.
The role is very difficult, but Cheng is making it look so easy with how steady and composed she is. Now her form, her decision-making, it's something that is really working well for the offense of the Petro Gazz Angels.
And you sabi mo nga, no, it really is worth noting na we always herald and we always celebrate the way these attackers make their points and how good they look. But if not for an excellent setter like Janelle Cheng, hindi naman nila magagawa yung ginagawa nila.
Exactly. And setter is a very crucial position and role.
Absolutely. And Doria there. Finally, we're seeing Cignal again. This is something that we know they can do. Cignal is lethal at the block. They just need really to remember who they are and show what they can at the block.
It's a matter of execution, but so far, Petro Gazz Angels executing better in terms of attacks.
Nakita natin nun, kahit nga pantay ni Troncoso at ni Doria, alam talaga ng Petro Gazz kung paano ilihis to hit it off the hands of the blockers. And the Angels still with a 7-point lead now as Nicole Tiamson gets ready to serve there. Cayuna looking for Molina. That was a combination attack. Soltones off the hands of Troncoso. It's becoming just easier and easier for Soltones to score here.
A great set also from Cheng. But again, the power of the spike of Soltones. Another point for her.
Mag-effort tayo kasi pag lumalayo ng konti, hindi tayo gumagalaw. Galaw na ng galaw. Okay, tsaga lang, tsaga.
Coach Chuck de los Santos asking more effort from his players because he very well knows that these players are very talented.
Yeah.
Like what he said earlier, it's just a matter of execution for them.
And you listen to Rachel Andaques as we take a look at Dwight Ramos, who's getting ready for Game 2 coming up today. And we have a lot of athletes, actually. We have some swimmers in the Phil Sports, and a lot of fans, of course, filling up the seats today, and a good crowd forming here at the Phil Sports Arena. Back set. Oh, what a great defense there coming from Petro Gazz. This time not enough. That one didn't get quite over the net. And we see the fighting spirit here of Cignal just really trying to power through and make up some points here midway through this third set.
So it's very important for them to close the gap at this point.
And this is a big gap to close, actually, and mahirap humabol ng 7 points. Pero sabi nga natin, if there's one team who can do it, it's Cignal. And as team captain Rachel Andaques said, kakayanin, kaya pa yan, and we believe her. Let's see if they can actually put their words into action. But Soltones isn't enjoying this game too much. 13 points so far for Gretzel Soltones, the top scorer for Petro Gazz Angels today so far.
Oh, back-to-back points for her, and she's been actually targeting the same zone, but the HG Spikers really not adjusting.
Good coverage there by Doria. Shinbasa's going down the line, gets that quick point.
Much needed point for the Cignal HD Spikers. Now better set from C, and great down the line attack from Basas, really maximizing her height in that sequence.
It's just they need to string along these points, no? Hindi pwedeng pa isa-isa lang. We're talking about Cignal, really having a hard time putting these points together. Meantime, Remy Palma is the other hot hand here, and she now ties Soltones with 13 points.
No, but the connection of Palma and Cheng really showing up in today's game. No, the attacks of Palma behind Cheng also. A lot of points coming from that combination.
Yeah. And that one went over. So here a chance for Petro Gazz. Soltones, ang lalim nun. Jack Donella tried, couldn't do it. You see the angle on Soltones' attack there.
Soltones really having the time of her life in that wing position. Great setting again by Cheng. Only one blocker in front of her. There's so much room for the cross-court attack.
And we just really know the talent of Gretzel Soltones, and she is definitely showing it off today. Dakis going deep, too deep though, and outside. Called by the lines judge there.
But I think a block touch was called on Palma. A point for the Cignal HD Spikers.
That's a good break for Cignal. Soltones again, just making do. Good blocking, but Palma just will not let anything get past her. Talagang nakabantay si Remy Palma doon. Walang makadaan.
Palma very aggressive in today's game, just really guarding the net, not just in the blocking, but more in the offense.
We're talking about her face-to-face, and she has certainly outdone Riri Meneses today. We're pitting both these middle blockers against each other. And those moves we usually see from Riri, yung mga dunk na ganon.
But better action for Palma today.
Definitely. Good scrambling here by Petro Gazz. Let's see what C does. Chimbasas just sends the ball over. Pontillas was there. Palma again with a hook shot.
No, back-to-back points for Palma. No, a lot of simple plays coming from her, but very effective. It's really putting the defense of the Cignal HD Spikers in a very difficult time.
Yes, 3 straight points for Remy Palma, putting her at 15 points total so far. And game's not over yet, but this is all but a sure win for Petro Gazz in this third set. Let's see if Cignal can hold them. Dakis, nice and slow. Good up by Soltones. Again, another broken play. Dakis is blocked. Cignal trying hard to keep the ball in play here. Palma sends the ball over. Great job by Jack Jonella to read that one. C looking for Dakis, and that hit the antenna. And that is a point for Petro Gazz.
That was too fast and too short for Rachel Andakis.
And it's desperation time, just really everything working for Petro Gazz, particularly this girl, Gretzel Soltones and Remy Palma today, just contributing to her team. This is set point, match point for Petro Gazz, and they get a free ball. Let's see what Janelle Cheng does. And we have a call.
There's a net touch.
And a net touch. And that ends this set and the match. An easy win for Petro Gazz in 3 straight sets against Cignal HD. And really Petro Gazz, particularly in this last set, IL just showed what they are made of. And really their offense is so clean, and really Janelle Cheng exploring all of her options and able to maximize on the talent of her offensive players. We will break down that third set and this match after this quick gap. Stay right there. Straight set win for the Petro Gazz Angels. This is 2 in a row for them, and they are now 2-1. 25-13 the score on that last set. Like we said, almost flawless for Petro Gazz, no?
They pulled away so early into the set, giving really the Cignal HD Spikers a difficult time to close that gap. And again, just flawless volleyball, perfect defense, a lot of converting from the rallies. Just perfect volleyball for the Petro Gazz Angels in that third set.
And Rain Dixon is now with a player of the game, and she certainly showed what she was made of. Rain, let's introduce her.
Our player of the game, of course, Gretzel Soltones, our player of the game here for the Petro Gazz Angels. She had 14 points off of 13 attacks and 1 block. Gretzel